Hello dear students and welcome to our channel Rejoice Educational. So students, today we are going to start a new lesson of class 9th CBSE board, and the first chapter we are going to start today. The name of the chapter is number systems. So students, in this chapter we are going to study different kinds of numbers, and we will be seeing different sort of problems related to this particular chapter. So there are different kinds of number, you all know. There are natural number that starts from 1. There are whole numbers that start from 0. There are integers, the numbers that we show on the number line. There are integers also. There are rational number, there are irrational numbers and prime numbers. So even numbers, odd numbers. So there are so many different sort of numbers that we already know. Okay, so in this number system chapter we are going to study some sort of numbers, and we are going to solve different problems related to this chapter. So let's continue with our solutions and problems. Now dear students, let us see what is rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so let us first see what is rational number, and then I will be explaining you the irrational number with the help of example. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the rational number. So any of the form, any number, see any number of the form p by q, if the number is in the form p by q, where p by q as in it is kind of a fraction. Okay, so in this form where q is not equals to 0, the denominator or the q here should not be 0. Okay, other than 0 any number can be at the place of q. So any number of the form p by q where q is not equals to 0 is a rational number. So this is a rational number. So there are some example of rational number we can see here, students. 1 by 4, here 4 is not equals to 0, 4 is greater than 0, so that's why this is a rational number. 2 by 5 is also a rational number. Minus 25 by 1, this is also a rational number. Okay, so in this way we can understand what kind of numbers are called rational numbers. So number of a form p by q where q is not equals to 0 is called a rational number. In the same way, with the help of examples, we are going to see what are irrational numbers. So let's see what are irrational numbers. So students, here let us try to understand the irrational number with the help of example. So few numbers are there, and these numbers are under the sign of square root. So what is the square root of 2? Do you know the square root of 2 which comes in any whole number or any natural number? Without a decimal point we cannot say that, right? Then under root 3 or square root 3. Square root 3 is also a decimal number. Square root 5 is also a decimal number, and square root 7 is also decimal number. So a number which is not a perfect square for any other number is called as the irrational number. So all the numbers that are not perfect square of any number, so these numbers when taken under the under root sign are called as the irrational numbers. So numbers like this are the irrational numbers. So can we take under root 9 as the irrational number? No, we cannot take under root 9 as the irrational number, because under root 9 is equals to 3. That's why under root 9 is not an irrational number. But other than these, other than under root 9, all the other examples are the irrational numbers. So in this way we can also understand the meaning of irrational numbers. Now students, we are on page number 5 of CBSE NCERT 9th standard maths book, and on page number 5 we have to solve exercise 1.1. So let us see what is given in the exercise 1.1. So let us find out the solution for question number 1. Is 0 a rational number? So we have seen what is a rational number, we have already seen that. So can you write it in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0. So one more thing I would like to tell here, students, that in the rational number, the p or q, both of them are the integers, so they can be positive and they can be also negative. So and q is always not equals to 0, that you already know. So let us try to find out the solution of the question number 1, which is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form p by q, where p and q are rational numbers and q is not equals to 0? Let's see the solution of this particular question. Page number 5. Let us see the answer of question number 1. The question number 1 is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0? So the solution of this question is yes, 0 is a rational number. Why 0 is a rational number? We can write it in the form of p by q. So it is given here that we can write 0 in the form of p by q, that means in the form of a fraction. So how it can be written in the form of a fraction? Let us see. So that is 0 is equals to 0 in the numerator place, that means in the place of q, in the place of p, and we can write any other number at the place of q. Okay, such as, for example, we can write 0 in the numerator and we can write 2 in the denominator. 0 by 2, 0 divided by 2 is always 0. So other example, 0 divided by 9 is equals to also 0, and 0 divided by 7000 is also 0, and last example, 0 divided by minus 7 is equals to 0. So here we can understand one thing, that any number can be taken in the denominator, any integer can be taken in the denominator, and it will be, the answer will be always 0. So any number, doesn't matter how big the number is, it will be always 0. The answer will be always 0 because there is 0 in the numerator. But the important point here is we can write 0 in the form of rational number, and that's why 0 is a rational number. Now in exercise 1.1 we have to solve question number 2. So let us see what is question number 2. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So students, as we know, between any two numbers there are n numbers of, that means infinite numbers of rational numbers. Okay, so therefore between 3 and 4 also there are infinite numbers of rational number. So let us find out the solution of question number 2. So we know that there are infinite number of rational numbers between two rational numbers. Therefore 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4 can be. So how can we find out the 6 rational numbers? For that, first of all, we will have to find out the difference between the rational numbers. And to find out the particular difference between the rational numbers, what we are going to do, we will consider x as 3, we will consider 4 as y, 3 as x and 4 as y. Let's see, x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 4, and we will take 6 as n. That means we have to find out 6 rational numbers. That's why we have taken n is equals to 6. So we are putting together these numbers in the formula. So here we can say that, see, d, that means d is equals to difference. D means difference. Difference is equals to y minus x upon n plus 1. So y is 4, x is 3, so y minus 4 minus 3, that is 1, and 6 plus 6 means n plus 1, that is 7. So 1 by 7 is the difference. Okay, so since the 6 rational number between x and y are x plus d, first rational number will be x plus d, second rational number will be x plus 2 into d, third rational number will be x plus 3 into d, fourth will be x plus 4 into d, fifth will be x plus 5 into d, and sixth will be x plus 6 into d. So in this way we are going to write the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Okay, so the 6 rational number between 3 and 4, now you just have to put the values in the particular brackets. Okay, so first rational number will be x plus d. X plus d means 3 plus 1 by 7. Second rational number is 3 plus 1 by 2, 3 plus 1 by first rational number is 3 plus 1 by 7. Second is 3 plus 2 by 7. Third is 3 by 2, 3 plus 3 by 7. Fourth rational number is 3 plus 4 by 7. Fifth one is 3 plus 5 by 7. Sixth one is 3 plus 6 by 7. So in this way, when we solve the bracket, we get the particular rational numbers, that is 22 by 7, 23 by 7, 24 by 7, 25 by 7, 26 by 7 and 27 by 7. These are the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. In this way, we have solved question number 2 of exercise 1.1. So question number 3, find the rational number between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So let's see how we can solve this question in easy method. Okay, so exercise 1.1, question number 3, find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So to answer this particular question, what we are going to do for the first time, let's see. We are seeing the shortest method to solve this question. Okay, so 3 by 5, this number is given to us. We will multiply 10 on the both sides, like on the numerator and denominator side. So 3 into 10 will be 30, 5 into 10 will be 50. Then we will also do the same thing with 4 by 5. So 4 into 10, that will be 40, and 5 into 10, that will be 50. So 3 by 5 and 4 by 5, now it has 3 by 5 and 4 by 5 has become 30 by 50 and 40 by 50. So now we can find out 5 rational numbers between 30 by 50 and 40 by 50. So therefore 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5 are 31 by 50, 32 by 50, 33 by 50, 34 by 50 and 35 by 50. So in this way we can find out even more than 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Chapter 1, exercise 1.1, question number 4, class 9th, mathematics. So let's see what is given in question number 4. State whether the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answers. So first statement is, every natural number is a whole number. So let's see, the statement is true. Since the collection of all natural numbers are and 0 is called as the whole number, that's why we can say that, we can correctly say that every natural number is a whole number, because whole number starts from 0 and natural number starts from 1. So 0 to infinity and 1 to infinity. Second statement is, every integer is a whole number. This is a false statement, because since integers such as -1, -2 are non-whole numbers. -1, that means negative numbers. Negative numbers are not included in the whole number. That's why we cannot say that every integer is a whole number. Every integer is not a whole number. Okay. Third statement is, every rational number is a whole number. So third statement is also a false statement, because rational number 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a rational number, but answer of 1 by 2 is a decimal number, which is 0.5, which is not a whole number. That's why the third statement, which is every rational number is a whole number, is a false statement.